Hello, beautiful people in Facebook land. It is me, Brianna, coming at you live from the parking lot of my gym. I am just about to head into my gym and have a nice little workout, but I was thinking to myself, hey, I haven't come on here and done a Facebook Live, and I wanted to share something. So this will be super short and sweet because I do want to get to my workout, but I did want to share something with all of you. So first of all, before I get into it, if you do not know who I am, hello, I'm Brianna. I am the founder of this Facebook group for parents, and I help teen girls and young women end the vicious cycle of their mental health challenges so that they can rise above them and truly start loving themselves from the inside out. That is what I do every day, all day long, and I love it so much. And I wanted to share something that, oh, by the way, if you are joining live, go ahead and comment below live so I know some people are watching. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment below replay. Okay, let's get into it. So yesterday on a group coaching session that I had with the teen girls in my program, I asked a question to them, and their responses were pretty interesting. And the question that I asked them was, what do you feel like your nervous system needs, right? It's not probably a common question that you would ask a teen girl, but nothing in my program is common. So I asked them, like, what do you think your nervous system needs? And it was really interesting, their responses. And there was a response that I saw over and over again amongst quite a few of the girls, and it was reassurance. And so I pressed them a little bit more, and I said, okay, for those of you who said reassurance, what do you mean by that? And it was reassurance that things are going to be okay. And I thought that that was very interesting because here's the deal. I think so many girls and young women who are struggling with their mental health don't know how to rely on themselves, to help themselves, to make themselves feel good. And that's part of the reason why they are where they are in their lives, because they don't know how to rely on themselves. So, for example, if your daughter is relying on you or her dad or her boyfriend or her girlfriend or her friends to get her through hard times, like, look, people are not always going to be there when she goes through those hard times. But you know, the one person that's always going to be there is herself. And so really the truth here is that your daughter has to learn how to start relying on herself. So I led the girls through a practice where it was like very, very heart-centered, coming back into their heart and telling themselves, like, it's going to be okay. You know, and for a lot of girls, when we did this, we practiced it several times, I asked them, what did that feel like? And they're like, oh, that was emotional. That felt relieving. That felt peaceful. That felt calming. That felt grounding. And it's like, hell yeah. Like, that's what happens. That's what happens when we can give ourselves what we need. And I think too often, our society as a whole, probably not even just teen girls and young women, this is like universal, but oftentimes, you know, relying on other people is not always going to get us where we want to be in life, or it's not going to get your daughter to how she wants to be feeling in her life, right? She can't be relying on you for the rest of her life. She can't be relying on her friends for the rest of her life. Like, at some point, she's going to have to look within herself and say, okay, how can I be there for myself, right? Because your daughter is going to be with herself for the rest of her life. So she might as well start getting in the habit of like, what does that even look like? Being there for herself. I think this is a new concept for so many girls, for so many young women. Like, they don't even know what that would look like or what that would feel like, right? But your daughter learning how to be there for herself is critical for her mental health and ultimately her entire life. Because I'm going to give you an example. Let's say like something blows up in your daughter's life. I don't know, boyfriend or girlfriend breaks up with her, or she gets in a huge fight with you or her dad, or like, look, like name off a billion jillion things. Or let's say she goes through something traumatic in her life, or let's say she's being bullied at school. I think it's really about how can she be there with herself? Can she reassure herself that everything's going to be okay? Because these girls that are cutting, these girls who are suicidal, these girls who are attempting to take their lives are not reassuring themselves that everything's going to be okay. You know, the stuff that they're saying to themselves is, things are not okay. It's never going to get any better. I'm such a failure. I'm such a loser. My life has no meaning. Nobody would care if I'm not here anymore. I mean, this is the shit that goes on in their head. So there's no place for reassurance. There's no place for everything's going to be okay, because they're not going to that place. And as much as you want to be your daughter's savior and be like, sweetheart, I've got you. I love you. Everything's going to be okay. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's like wrong or bad to say to your daughter, but you know what? It's more important for your daughter to be able to say that to herself, because if she cannot say that to herself, then she doesn't know how to get through life. And people who don't know how to get through life struggle. People who don't know how to get through life are going to have a very difficult time in life, period. So we want to instill in these girls, like, how can you get yourself through those hard times? How can you pick yourself up? How can you empower yourself instead of you feeling like a victim all the time? And it's not from other people giving it to her. It's your daughter learning how to do this for herself. And this is why the mental health, what do we call it? This like mental health epidemic with teen girls and young women is so intense. It's really, really bad right now. And if we ask ourselves why, this is one of the reasons. Because so many girls don't know how to be there for themselves. They don't know how to rely on themselves. And this is a major problem. So, if you've watched this far, congratulations. No, I'm just joking. If you've watched this far, go ahead. Look, if you haven't watched my masterclass called Healing the New Medicine for Anxiety and Depression, definitely check that out. I'll leave the link below. And look, if your daughter's struggling and she wants to get better, book a call with my team. Like, let's see if we can help your daughter. I mean, I am working with like incredible girls and young women. And I'm so thrilled to constantly be seeing these transformations that we're getting for these girls. And it's truly amazing and remarkable. And for anyone who says that, like, it takes forever for my daughter to get better, like, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to take years and years and years for your daughter to start feeling better, because my program is 12 weeks and it's been proven that it doesn't have to take ages for your daughter to get on the other side of her mental health challenges. So with that, I'm going to boogie. I'm going to go into the gym and have a good workout. And I'll leave the link below. Check out my masterclass. If you've already seen it and you're like, Brianna, I've been delaying. I don't know why I've been delaying, but I need this for my daughter. Like, look, if your daughter's open to the help, if she wants the help, book a call. Like, book a call with my team and let's get this going. Because here's the deal. It's January. It's middle of January. Things are moving. Things are shaking. Look, this is like the best time for your daughter to start taking control of her life, right? What could 2024 be like for your daughter, right? It could be amazing or it could be miserable, right? So I'm going to leave you with that. And if you have any questions, leave them below. And I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Mwah! Talk to you guys later. Bye.